We have our coffee, we have our paper. It is another Wall Street Journal metals report. Been a crazy week, as you know. We had astronauts coming back to Earth, which, actually helped Tesla stock gain 4%. We had the dollar strengthening as the Fed chair, Mr. Powell, said that the rates will remain unchanged, which affected silver a little bit. And we'll get into that, plus so much more. So let's go ahead and dive in to see what our friends in metal did this week. Another note for those of you who like the gold stuff, gold still sitting around the 3,000 mark, which means that it's kind of holding its position there. It's not being as volatile as the past. Here's the exchange. I know we see our seven dwarves here. That is a video for another time, but we'll get into the market report so that you're caught up to date on what this week did in metals. As always, we'll start off with our three major market indexes: the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ Composite. So what you see here, we'll start right here on this roller coaster. We noticed the last couple of weeks things were not going so well, and then we have this. This is a lot of times what we call a correction. It bounces back up, and we slowly start to see that in our 65 moving average arc. But it's reflected here as well. You see that we ended the week positive 32 points, which is not much. It's 0.08%, but hey, it's in the right direction. Time is doing its thing. So here we have the S&P 500, once again, pretty sharp, but we start to see a correction. So, there we are. So S&P 500, once again, pretty sharp down, and then we have a correction noted here, also 0.08%. And then we have our NASDAQ Composite, tends to be a bit more volatile, down, and we have a correction here noted as well. And we're at 0.52%, so 0.5% there. Now let's look at our market winner and losers. Looky there on top, copper 4.48%. Let me make sure my camera's getting this. So copper right there, 4.48%, right there on top of the chart. Fantastic. We see commodities and things following that. If there's anything in here that interests you, take a look. Here's crude. Crude is oil, if you don't know, and that's sitting higher there as well. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gaining 1.2% on the week. At least closing that much, that's really, really strong. COMEX Gold, as you know, still sitting above 3,000, so that's 0.79% right there. And you might ask yourself, well, copper's here. We have the Dow Jones Industrial there. We have gold there. Where on earth is silver? Well, not so great if you're somebody who wants silver to remain at a high spot. I, for one, am not. So this is one of the contributing factors. Right here, the dollar is on the upswing, as we talked about. Jerome Powell has locked in and said that, we're going to keep the interest rate unchanged, which is a big sign for inflation and that type of thing. And that being said, one of the things that got hurt because of that is all the way down here at the bottom. Silver, negative 2.62%, which I'm all for because I'm a buyer of silver, not really a seller of silver. So that being said, keep it going. I would love to see it down in the 20s again, like old times, but probably not going to happen for some time. So that being said, silver had a pretty hard one this week, but that's okay. This is all relation to time. Time is relative, but that is what we are looking at today. So gold's still doing well, copper's still doing well, silver took a tumble, but that's, neither here nor there. So what do you think is going to happen next week? I got no idea. I don't like to speculate on things. I just live with what I have. But I wanted to say thank you for all of you for joining today. And as always, please remember to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.